I hope you're doing well. Just want to make a quick video. I just took a trip from Los Angeles to Paris. And if you look at this map here, this isn't the exact flight. This I found is actually from San Francisco to Paris, but we flew, it's slightly south of San Francisco out of Los Angeles, but it's basically the exact same alleged curved flight path. Look at this arch. You fly up over the upper states of the United States into Canada over Hudson Bay and hit the tip of Greenland, and then arc all the way back down around a ball over the United Kingdom and into Paris, France. These are actual photographs of the screen that they had of the flight itself on the seat back as you flew, and it's supposed to be some interactive to show you exactly where you are, and you can see they have the imaginary globe there and everything, and they show kind of a straight line. But if you compare that to the other diagram, they call it I think it's called a great arc, that they say you actually fly up and around the ball because it's actually faster. Well, let's take a look at reality. So here's the Gleason's map, and this, I'm not saying that this is to scale. I don't think that the Mercator map or the any other projection of the map is exactly accurate, because maps are just a model to representation, and I don't think that any of them are perfectly accurate. If you look at the Mercator map, Greenland is massive, and Greenland it just isn't as big as what the Mercator map says, because it's stretched out, which on the Gleason's map, Australia is what people say is stretched out and not the right size. But throw that back in their face and say, why is Greenland completely the wrong size on the Mercator map? It's just a projection. Anyways, moving on. The straight line you can see here is directly from Los Angeles on the Gleason's map over to Los Angeles. You can see it goes straight over the northern United States, over Canada, touches Hudson Bay, and then it goes over the tip of Greenland, touches it near the tip of Greenland, and straight across. And this is a perfectly straight line. And that's what our senses tell us as we're flying. We can feel when we turn from side to side, as you know, when the pilot moves from side to side and makes a bank, you can feel the descent and the ascent and the descent as we're flying. It's very obvious. When you're on the ground, you take off, you're going up, you can feel that you're ascending, and they level off, and you're flying straight and level. It's very obvious to our senses that we're flying in a direct path, and we're not descending down around a ball to follow the downward curve of any bending, curving earth below us. We're just flying straight and level, and after we get there, we descend, and we can feel when we're descending back down, and we land back on the horizontal ground. So here is a spirit level, a bubble level. This is a very foolproof tool. And I took this to Los Angeles to Kauai and put it on the floor. And I'm going to show you real quick. This is what it looks like. The level remained exactly as I predicted. An airplane has a specific angle of attack of about 5% nose up, so it's going to make the level slightly out of the line, exactly as I predicted. You can just lift the level up to 5 degrees and see exactly where it lines up on your table. And I have a full video of this in my video section. If you'd like to see it, let me know. I'll put it in the description. And you can see that the bubble stays exactly just outside the line, because the plane's flying nose up for 5 or 6 hours, 2,600 miles from Los Angeles to Kauai, and remains perfectly level. And once it landed, comes straight back down to horizontal, proving that it's flying exactly as what your senses tell you the entire time, that you're flying perfectly flat and level. You can look down at the ocean and you can see it's level. You feel like you're level. You can see you're flying directly forward. If you were going down, if you got to follow down around the Earth's curvature, over 2,500 miles, 2,600 miles from Los Angeles to Kauai, if you look it up, it's way over 600 miles, 600 to 700 miles of curvature drop, because you're literally almost flying around a quarter of the way around a ball. So you would be hanging from your seat, from your original orientation. And also a gyroscope on the airplane tells the pilot the entire time that he's flying straight and level, because a gyroscope has rigidity in space, and it will show its original orientation from the horizontal ground from when it's left, and when it lands on the ground, it comes right back down exactly the same orientation of horizontal within degrees. 5 or 10, 15 degrees is extreme for a artificial horizon and gyroscope to work on an airplane. So it's very basic stuff. We just need to get past the indoctrination that we just blindly believe that we're flying around a ball. So that's the end of this video. Just wanted to point out 2 different flights. One, I took the actual flight path straight line and compared that to a couple different maps and see that against reality and our common sense and our senses of what we feel, movement side to side, up and down. And I also took another flight and took an actual spirit level and put that bubble level on the ground and see what it did. Very basic. I mean, you would have to completely assume that everything's an illusion, that you feel like you're going straight, but you're actually curving around a ball and arcing down and curving in a great arc around a ball. And at the same time, you have to assume it's just an illusion, that bubble is just sitting there perfectly level the entire time, just like it's sitting on the ground and you lifted it up at an angle of attack, but it's actually micro adjusting for perfectly moments at a time, directly down to the center of this spherical earth, down to the center of the gravity that's pulling that bubble down and auto-correcting the entire time, so it only appears that it's level. It's just an illusion. You know, that's what we have to believe, is all these things are just illusions, that we're not actually just sitting on the ground and we're not moving. When we're just standing here, we're actually flying through outer space at 1,000 miles an hour in one direction. And, you know, you've heard the story and you need to make the decision whether or not you're going to believe a absolute fantasy illusion or concrete evidence and everyday common sense, and you make the decision. So take care. I'm going to cut out of here. Love you. Bye.